We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred.
With Maxwell Silverhammer.
We are nothing sacred. With cruise control. We are nothing sacred.
Oh ho! Hey, hey!
It's in September.
Oh yeah!
I can't sing.
The sacred in September.
Yeah,
What's up, everybody? It's the September edition of Eight
Nothing
Nutrition.
sacred. Yes.
Yes, nothing sacred show. Just the Maxwell Silverhammer night. In fact, I am Cruise Control,
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
and it is the what is it? The 4th of September.
Well, when
Yeah.
we're recording it is. Yep, but it'll be going
Yeah.
up on the 5th, right?
Yeah,
You know.
4th of September 2023. So not to be a buzzkill as they call it, or Dr. Buzzkill as my buddy Ranger Danger and Jill the turkey say they always call it. Hey, do you want to call it the buzzkill? They kind of just because whenever you have a bad, but it's my stepdad's birthday today. It's a little shout out to Jared.
Oh yeah.
He passed away on the 9th of May, as you all know from previous shows if you listen.
Right.
So just a little heads up and just a little salute to him.
Yeah, dude. A lot of death. That dude from Smash Mouth just died. I was telling you off the air. Which is crazy, man. It's kind of like I don't know. It just seems like death is like, God damn, can we stop this shit for a little bit?
But that's the thing though. Okay, here's the thing about it though, is that it's not that death has been happening more often. It's that we've been noticing it more because we're focusing on it.
That's true.
Because
that's
think about it. A couple of years ago, it was kind of beginning of the year, a bunch of people died, and then it's every time you focus on it. But then again, and that's because we're getting older and we're focusing on that shit more.
Maybe more personal situations. That's why we're focusing on it. I just had a situation. There's another guy who comes into the bar. He calls himself Cowboy Tom, and he smokes like a chimney. And I guess he was saying a few weeks ago that he was having some issues and he likes to dance, but he can't really dance for long periods of time because he gets winded and he's out of breath. So I guess I saw him Saturday and he was saying, yeah, I just went to the doctor. They found 3 masses on my lungs. And, I was talking to him a little bit about in-home hospice. He's like, yeah, this is probably going to be the last time I'll see you. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, man. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's just the way, and it just happens. The older you get, the more you see, and the more you focus on it. That's one of the problems that I've been having recently. Is that when people pass, and that's the thing. You've had some pretty people that you've known for a long time that have been close to you.
Yeah.
Even my stepdad passing is something that you knew. And then you've got your mom's friends who you knew because you saw them all the time when you went up there.
Yep.
And then
my buddy Steve that recently.
You got Steve.
Yep. So,
and then just other people that you see that are just
yeah, man. Fuck. Well, that just goes to show you, man. People you think are going to be here forever, and that's I guess the big mistake. We're always thinking, oh, they'll be around forever, man. They're not going anywhere. But then
it is a mistake because it just hits you hard, like wow, and you start thinking, whoa. Yeah. Everyone else is and then what happens when they go? What do I do? How do I deal with it? What do I do with how do I deal with their, do they have everything set up for themselves, or will I have to deal with all that? Like who's going to plan the funeral and all that crazy shit?
Oh yeah, well yeah, if they're close to you, that's another thing. Having a plan.
Exactly, having to do all this stuff and have to deal with the stuff that happens when people that are close to you go. Because usually it's like, oh, they pass, you go to the funeral. But if someone really close to you go, and they don't have anybody else to do it, you got to be the one to step up and do it.
Yeah.
And the same thing was like Smash Mouth, Bob Barker.
Oh, that's right. He died too. I forgot about that. Yeah,
he died about a week ago.
Although he was an old dude though. He was like 99, right?
I know, which is fucking crazy. Think about that though. And that's the crazy part. We're like, we're getting older, obviously, almost in our 50s.
Yeah.
And we're thinking about how think about 47 years, like 40, I'm 47. So think about this. He's older. He has more life. He had more life in him and lived longer than I've been alive.
Yeah.
In other words, 47 times 47 or 47 times 2. Like he lived 52 years longer than I am alive now. So
isn't that crazy?
So in other words, so he's got, think about how much things can change in that amount of time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And just the whole thing about that, like what a life, man. 99 years, dude.
That's that you definitely lived a full life at that point, you know.
Oh,
And
obviously, it doesn't matter. I think everyone lives a full life because you're alive. I think that's kind of but the
True.
point is, you're right. You're right. Well,
some people waste their lives though. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen that too. Where
yeah, but what is a waste? I mean, if you're alive, you're alive. Like, because some people think that like your life might be a waste. Oh, well, Maxwell.
All he does is go to the bar and fucking do his
Maxwell,
podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Does a podcast and goes to his job and stuff like that. He could have been a big time rapper and blah 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 and gotten famous and this and that and done this and done that. It's like I could have been this and that. I could have been Ryan Stiles, but that's the thing, like everyone's alive, so life is in itself is a fullness,
That's true.
Like, and that's
you're always if you're living, it's good,
yeah, and that's the thing that I'm trying to keep in mind too a lot of times, because it does make a difference, when you think like that, because I've been getting that kind of like, what's the fucking point, man?
Oh man, that's not good.
Not in like what's the point of like I'm gonna hurt myself or do anything like that, but like what is the real point? Like because a lot of people think that when you go, that's it. There's nothing. You're just nothing. You cease to exist.
I don't know, man. It's sometimes you might get reincarnated. We don't know what the hell happens.
We don't know what the hell's going on, and that's part of the frustration of it too, is that we don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
and but like also Jimmy Buffett passed away.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about you.
To Margaritaville.
Yeah, he's wasted away in Margaritaville now, huh?
Yeah, he's wasting away in somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
or he's cremated. Cremataville.
Something. Maybe he got drunk and screwed.
He had a cheeseburger. He's having a cheeseburger in paradise right now.
Right. Actually, he wasn't that old, man. He was like what, 73 or something?
Yeah, but think about that too. Just think about that. 73. Like if you would have said like 15, 20 years ago, 73 would be old.
Yeah, well, true. That's
like 20
true.
or 30 years ago, like, oh, he lived to 73. He had a full life. Now it's 99 we're thinking about,
Yeah, that's true. Well, because we're getting older, looking at that going, damn, man, I hope I live that long, that kind of thing. It's those untimely deaths that fuck with me, that I'm not just like, oh God, like
well, it just like just things that just happen out of the blue, like fuck, because it can happen anytime. You could literally decide to go to the store and slip on a rock and
get run over by a car,
yeah, or something like that. Anything like that. Anything could happen to you at any time. You could just simply have a heart attack and not even know it.
Yeah, true.
And you could and that's why like I know because you haven't really done that, like you said you were talking about doctors and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
You don't really go to doctors, but you decided to go and try to get a general checkout, right?
Well, yeah, because when they were doing with my leg, they said my circulation and my feet and legs aren't, like, see, this is the thing. It's not bothering me. It's not hindering me at all. This is what's so frustrating with this is, leave it up to CITES. Sorry, but they'll tell you, oh, your feet and legs are discolored. They look bruised. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, but I'm like thinking, well, I'm still able. It's not hindering me.
It's not a CITES thing. Because if it was someone like let's say someone like a friend of yours who has a crazy, like their voice is normally a certain way, and then all of a sudden you hear them again, they're like, hey, they have a little thing to the voice. You go, hey, what's up with you? What's up with your voice, man?
Well, that's true.
Get that checked out.
That's true.
It's just what they notice. It's about noticing things.
Yeah, I guess
if it was an auditory thing or a smell, let's say somebody, or even a behavioral thing, like certain people, like they're like, oh, man, you kind of,
you seem more depressed lately or something or whatever.
So they just notice things that you can't notice.
Right. I guess with me though, it's like, it doesn't hinder anything. So I'm like, well, if it's not bothering me or getting in my way, what's the point?
That's part of the medical thing, is the silent killers.
Yeah. That bullshit, oh, you could kill, and you're just like, well, all right. So I went and got a primary care physician. You know what I'm saying? And everything seems okay. I had an ultrasound on my legs and they said there's no blood clots. Everything looks good. So he wants me to go to a vascular surgeon, see if they have them do some extra tests on that.
Yeah.
I don't know about surgery though, man. Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, it's part of the problem is that once you go there, it's a double-edged sword. Because if you go to a doctor, if you go to a doctor and everything seems okay and you feel okay, but they see something that they see that your legs or whatever, and they notice something, and then you have to have all these new tests to do. You got all these new things to do. They got to find out other things, and
Yeah.
it's like just a can of worms, man. And you're like, fuck, I don't.
That's
want
I call it the doctor vortex, man, which I really don't want to get locked into.
Yeah, because then they're like,
so.
well, you have to take this for 3 times for the next
that's another thing. Medications and shit.
Well, this will help your circulation. Take some Roctafloctafil and you'll be
fuck all that, dude.
Yeah.
I am not doing that. I'm not going to be one of those people that's got 10 different medications. And like I said, I'm a pretty healthy dude, you know. So you know, that's why I don't usually do the doctor thing unless I've got a problem. So
but most a lot of dudes like I'm like that. Like I should probably go get checked out, but I know that they're gonna find something to fuck with me about, and they're gonna ask me to do something else and go somewhere else. And plus, also, man, insurance and shit, man, is just a fucking pain in the goddamn ass, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's just the whole idea is kind of fucked up. I used to be, I don't know if you changed your mind on this kind of shit before, but now I used to be really fucking kind of libertarian and
if you can't pay for it, then blah blah blah. Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Now I'm like, as I get older and the more I think about it, I'm like, health, then we pay for all this stupid shit like midnight basketball for kids and shit like that, and all this fucking dumbass shit for people, that we we gotta pay for this and that. If all that money went to just people's health care, if there was a way, obviously they say, well, the other people's health care in other countries, it's they have to wait for 7 years to get a blah, 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 blah. Well,
right,
we have to fucking pay. You know how much it costs to get an ambulance?
Oh, dude, it's insane. It's a couple thousand, isn't it?
Thousands. Like to get checked up is like $1,000 to go to an emergency room.
Yep. Well, when I went and I had my ultrasound, it was $349, and this is out of pocket. And I'm going, what the fuck? Wait a minute, I got insurance, and they're going, well, you haven't met your deductible, which I don't even know what that means. Like,
well, it means you have to. That's the thing. They confuse you. They have all this bullshit. Meeting your deductible is basically where you have a certain amount you have to pay, and then they pay for the rest.
Yeah. Well, I thought with all the wound care shit I was going through, a few months ago.
Yeah. But then there's certain things they won't cover, and they cover this and they cover that. Like I'm not covered under prescription drugs under my fucking thing. So if I had fucking prescription, it's all just a fucking bullshit, man.
It's a crime ring, dude, is what it is.
It's fucking just disgusting. And it costs so much money that you're in complete debt for being sick, for having a heart attack. You're in debt for the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Well, I took care of it. Well, everybody has issues. Everybody has, certain things that happen.
Yeah. No, I'm I don't know, dude. I never thought I'd hear myself say this, but it almost feels like in some ways socialized medicine might be better. You know what I'm saying?
Well, also, like I said last time, part of the problem is doctors are human.
Uh-huh.
And doctors, you got not every doctor most of the doctors aren't getting straight A's in their fucking classes.
That's true.
They're C grade doctors. They're barely passing, or they're also just don't give a fuck about anybody, and they're doing it for the money, or they're pill pushers, or they just don't. They're having a bad day, and they don't really give a fuck about you that day because maybe someone in their family passed away recently, but they still got to work.
Yeah.
So they're fucking working with this emotional shit on their shoulders, and so they forget they miss something that's vital to your health.
Right.
Fuck it up, or they just fuck up and give you the wrong medication. That's happened so many times.
Oh, I've heard those stories. Yep. Oh yeah. God, yes.
And it's like, fuck, man. So I'm at the point now where my new GZI is the AI.
Oh,
is the artificial intelligence, man? Because they'll be smarter than fucking we are, and they'll be able to find shit that's wrong with you and actually figure out what it actually is instead of guessing.
Right. Instead of speculating and running you through a bunch of tests and all kinds of other shit.
And it's the same thing about and they'll also do it without having a bad day.
That's true. They're not emotional. So,
but even when they're not emotional, they still have better fucking empathy than a lot of doctors do. Some doctors are like, yes, you are going to die. Sorry.
Well, it's like the guy I went and saw at Southwest Medical, that was like, oh, I don't see anything wrong. You just keep taking the antibiotics. And then, here it is a few days later, and everybody else is like, no, man, that looks bad. You need to go to wound care. You
Yeah.
know? So I mean, this guy just did not give a fuck, dude.
No, he's like, oh well, it's Friday. I got to go golfing, or
Pretty
whatever
much.
else he's. Or maybe, like I said, maybe he's got a problem with his wife, or maybe he's got a fucking family member who's dying, or something like that, or his
Either
daughter,
way.
fucking daughter's on crack, or something like that. Who fucking
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah. Well,
It's all just a mess, man. Fucking
yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
it's insane, just nuts. And then, like I said, then what was the other thing? Oh, and then with wound care, I got a bill too, and I think it's like $500 and something. I'm like, these people are out of their fucking mind, man. You
Yeah, but
know?
just think if you didn't have the income that you do and the backup that you do, like this, like
Yeah.
like a lot of people do.
Yeah. Well, that's
You know,
that's what I'm
well, no.
thinking. Like, what if I worked in a grocery store or some shit and I had this go on?
You have to pay it back over time. It's just like a credit card bill, except
Yeah.
it's not because you went and blew your money on fucking
Stupid
on
shit.
video games.
You
It's
needed
because-
it.
or on fucking Uber Eats. It's because you needed it.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. It's I mean, you need healthcare. Definitely. This is a need. This is not a luxury. Like, oh well, I think I'll go get my blood pressure medication or whatever. You need
Exactly.
that shit to survive.
Yeah.
So,
Or you need it once you start taking it. That's another thing about fucking medication and shit.
you
is
get
that-
hooked.
No, not you get hooked, but a lot of times these medications like blood pressure and other medications, when you start, you have to keep taking it, because if you don't, it rebound effects and other shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
it.
you're like-
That's your body getting hooked.
Yeah, like you're like, well, you take this blood pressure medication, you'll have to take it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm stuck on this. What if something happens? I have to take this. So if I don't take it, what happens? Well, your blood pressure will shoot through the roof. But it's really bad. Well, it'll get worse than it is now. So wait, let me get this straight. So my blood pressure is bad. So I'm going to take this medication to lower my blood pressure. But if I don't take the medication, my blood pressure will shoot higher than it was before I had the issue, before I took the medication. So it'll be even worse. So the only way to
Yeah. It's a never-ending battle, huh? It's like,
well, it's also pharmaceutical, as I say,
Yeah.
pharmaceutical companies
making money,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
dude, that's what the fucking virus is all about. That's what the fucking vaccines and all that shit were all about. And now they're doing it again, dude. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh yeah, I have. That they're starting to. There's a new whatever it's called.
No fucking it's a new
or-
strain, and it just so happens it starts right before they pump out a new vaccine that they're working on, a new. So it's like, and then they're gonna start. Certain places are starting to think about mask mandates again.
I've heard that too. Like on I
Mhm.
think on public transportation or some crazy shit.
Yeah, it's like, dude, that could be because it's a way that they knew it worked.
It's a
last
moneymaker,
time.
man.
Yeah.
So that's.
It's-
But
So
I think kind of like my brother was pointing out. I don't think they're going to try the whole full blown COVID bullshit again, because I think most Americans are like, fuck this. Most
No.
intelligent Americans.
yeah.
But yeah, no, they couldn't. I don't think they could pull that off again. I think there'd be.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of people.
That's true.
Yeah, it's
Some
a lot of
diaper
people-
drinkers.
Yep, a lot of people that are just like, oh my god, the government says so. It's all for your
For
health.
your health, for your own good. Oh, that reminds me of something else. Speaking of that,
Okay.
so I had a little cold about a week ago,
Yeah.
and I go on Amazon to buy some Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus. So anyway, I add it to my card, do the thing. Well, then it wants me to verify my age, which is fine, but then it wants to know, do I have a state ID or a driver's license? And then it wants the number off my driver's license. And I thought, well, is that my social security number? You can't get more official than that. So I try to put that in, and it's telling me, the number you provided is not correct and you cannot purchase this product. Anyway, there is a number on my ID, which I now have. I had to get some Cytee assistance to have somebody read it to me. But this is that bullshit again. Some bureaucrats sitting there hard at work thinking of ways to, we're protecting you against you.
Well, yeah. Well, they just want your information, basically. Also, because the Alka-Seltzer and shit like that, people are using it to fucking make drugs.
I'm gonna shoot it up my asshole. That's what I'm gonna
What's
do.
the thing is, that's why with certain things, if I had that note, I'd be like, well, I'm just going to the store. I don't care. I'll go to the 7-Eleven.
Well, see, you have that luxury, where
7-Eleven has that shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess if I could walk up to the 7-Eleven or whatever, but
Yeah.
But you know what? I'd probably have less of you're right though. I'd have less of a problem at the grocery store than I would on Amazon.
Of course, they're not going to ask you for an ID. I don't think they would. I've never
ID
seen that
number.
before. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Or
don't
just
know.
an ID to show, like, all right, are you a certain age to buy this? Like, what does it matter? Do you think people under 21 are cooking up crack with the fucking Alka Seltzer?
Right. That's a well, and Amazon should have my demographic information, as it were, right?
Have
I mean,
everything. I'm sure they do. I don't
yeah,
know. That seems weird. I should check that out and see. Did they
yeah.
they asked you at checkout?
Yeah, at checkout. It was wanting my ID number and all this other bullshit, which is pretty funny because I just purchased some nicotine lozenges on there a few weeks prior to that and didn't have any issues.
That's fucking weird, dude. I don't know
Yeah.
about that. Did you get the item?
Yeah, eventually I was able to get somebody to read the number off my ID card, and so I
That
took it
seems
down.
weird. I mean, to say that just seems like someone like fishing for something. I'd be watchful.
Yeah, that's possible. It could be. I don't know, dude, because I've never seen that before. But then it did that, and then it hasn't done it since. So yeah, I don't know, dude. That's
Oh, hold on.
a little bit. Yeah, Amazon. Well, I think because it said something like due to your what do they call it? Your shipping state requires that you identify or that you verify your age or some weird shit. So let's see, what does it tell you? Yeah, I'm hoping it's not some fucking hacker bullshit or somebody phishing. It was on Amazon, so you think it would be,
Yeah, when you place an order for a product from Amazon, identity documents information may be required for customer assistance. It does say that on Amazon.com. So
okay, that's the purchasing. That's
upon delivery. Upon delivery. Let's see.
Wonder how maybe you just have to do it once because it hasn't asked me for that since.
Yeah, they usually do have it once because now they have it on file.
Oh, okay. So once you've done that, then you're you're good to go.
Unless you bought it from a different. I don't see. Let's see here.
Well,
they ordered an Alka Seltzer and they had COVID. I just called to support and told me there's no way I'm gonna check a sick person ID and see. Hold on.
What? Sick person ID. We wonder if we can buy ivermectin on Amazon there, Jimmy.
I probably can't.
You probably couldn't. I can imagine you wouldn't.
It's weird.
I hear it's really good though, man. It's supposed to be great for COVID.
What is?
Ivermectin?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that is, except they don't want you to know that because all they want you to do is take the jab.
Yeah, of course.
As many jabs as possible.
Fuck that.
I had somebody who I got my improv tonight again. I had somebody last week who they actually at the end of the improv they took out their wallet and I go, oh, you don't have to pay me anything. He goes, oh no, he didn't show me that. He showed me his fucking his vaccine card. Like
he wants you to know he's vaccinated, huh?
Yeah, and I'm like, that's none of my goddamn business, but people think that it is their business.
That's
showed
crazy.
Around, so
that's crazy. I've never been asked for only time I was asked for that was at work, to verify that I got vaccinated.
And it's not like it's been 3 fucking years. I mean, good God. Yeah. At some point people are fucking batshit. Like I still see people are always wearing masks all the time.
I've seen that too. Some people are still wearing masks.
Come into my improv and wear masks, and I don't care about that if they feel comfortable doing it. But for me, it's like, first of all, masks don't do shit.
Right.
So most masks don't. Yes, it does.
Like, fact check. Now they're gonna,
Yep, they're gonna they're gonna block us, man.
Block the video now. God damn it.
Probably. Anyways, so that's our life is crazy. The society is fucking batshit. And
apparently, getting asked to ID yourself on Amazon.
Yeah.
Like I said, that I've never seen that before. That's the craziest shit.
Mm.
So, but some positive shit. I think I've told you guys my leg's all healed now. So, I'm able to shower again and go in the pool and do all the fun stuff I used to do. So
I bet it was because that's the first time you've been in a pool in ages, huh?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, I went to the pool.
Met my dad. Yep, we went and I went to Canyon Gate and worked out for like 30 minutes, got on the treadmill, and then we got in the pool and then we had dinner. It was just pretty awesome, man. Good father-son time.
Dude. And pool is fuck this. I wish that's the one thing I miss.
Is getting in the pool.
Yeah, getting in the pool. And speaking of a pool. Yeah.
Well, and they actually supposedly they opened our pool. And we got fobs and everything. And I got a text, or no, actually, well, first my neighbor texted me, this dude Anthony that I've kind of gotten to be buddies with. And he texted me and said, "Hey, the pool's opening tomorrow." He was like, "We should go out there and have a few cold ones." And I had an event that next night. So I was like, "Well, maybe not tomorrow night, but how about Friday night?" And he was like, "All right, cool, man, that works." Well, just so happened Friday night it rained like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
we've been having some
crazy rain out there. It's the end of the world.
Oh, that's enough.
Global warming, climate change.
I got a story about somebody, man.
Okay.
Actually, a friend of ours, speaking of the rain and all. But anyway, yeah, our pool is supposedly open. I haven't seen anybody in there though. But again, we've had rain, so maybe that has something to do with it. And I tried to go down this morning just to test my fob to see if it would work, and it didn't seem to be working. So I don't know what the hell the deal is. So I'll have to get with Anthony later and see if his worked or what his deal is. But anyway, okay. So a few weeks ago when we had the rain, I get a call. We have our mutual friend, a conspiracy mutual friend. Did I tell you the story?
I think you kind of did, where it's like, yeah, I need you to, if you need me to come get you or something.
Yeah. That's what it was. He just calls me out of the blue. Like I haven't talked to this dude in probably damn near a year. And just his number comes up. So the first thing I think is, oh shit, did somebody die? So I answer.
That's where our minds are right now.
Yeah. They're like, oh fuck, who's dead?
Yeah.
So I answer and he's like, "Hey man, you've got this storm coming and it's looking pretty bad. I think they're going to start evacuating people. And do you want me to take you to the store to get some food and some water? So that way, at least you got stuff." And I'm like, "Hey dude, listen, I appreciate the gesture. You know what I'm saying? That was really cool that he thought of me. But it's just funny that, a guy who supposedly doesn't trust the media and everybody's out to get you, all of a sudden believes everything the media, oh, it's going to be this crazy thing. Like, where are you getting this shit? Yeah.
So, and because they want clicks. They want you to click on them to watch while it happens. They don't care if it's a big thing or not, because if it's not, it's too late. You already watched.
Yeah.
So
it's just funny how conspiracy people though, they don't believe the media, but yet they eat up everything they're told.
Yeah, stay tuned to Eyewitness News to watch this every hour. That way our sponsors will get some more cash.
Right. Well, it's like even my brother, Mr. Conspiracy Captain, he's subscribed to all these crazy like News 3, Watch, whatever. And I'm like thinking, well, dude, if you don't trust the media, why are you subscribing to their shit?
Well, see, the opposite for my idea is it's like know your enemy.
Yeah.
Like know what they're saying about things and know what's going on, so that then look beyond that to see what's really going on, so that you know exactly what they're saying, so you know what everyone else is saying.
Yeah, true.
And everyone else goes, "Oh, it's going to be a big hurricane." You go, "Well, it's climate change." Like, it's not. It's a lot of other things besides human climate change. Now, is it climate change? Probably, because the climate changes on our planet. Like,
well, his thing was the spray in the clouds. That was his big, the chemtrails.
Yeah, chemtrails are definitely who fucking Who knows? Like, maybe they are. We don't know a goddamn thing. That's the scary part about living in this world now, is that in the old days, they couldn't fucking fly planes over you and spray shit, but now they know. Now they can't. So why wouldn't they?
Right.
Like why they unleashed an experimental fucking mRNA vaccine on everyone in the world and demanded that we did it and threatened your job and your security with it.
Right. And you never thought that would have been possible, like say 10 years ago, even if somebody told you that, you'd think they were nuts.
And so why wouldn't they just spray us with shit and see what happens? Well, let's spray this town and see what happens. They'll never know.
Social experiment.
Yeah, they're too busy fucking watching, getting upset about the new season of fucking
who's getting kicked off fucking Survivor or whatever.
Exactly. They're not going to
reality
care.
Shit.
Who knows? They're not. By the time they know, it's going to be too late. By the time they figure it out that that it was our spray that caused them to grow a third arm out of their asshole. Then it's too late. They'll be dead by the point. Who knows? Who cares?
They're not gonna. What are they gonna do? They're gonna come back and question us? Are they gonna come back and hold us accountable? Fuck no.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Or they're just gonna try to beat us up with their third arm out that's coming out of their asshole, punch us in the face.
They're gonna shit us up.
Their butt fist. It's not like that. They spread their butt cheeks and then just pops out and punches you in the face.
Shits his fist out so it smacks you in the face.
Shit fist.
Shit fist.
The shit fist.
Actually, that sounds like shit fist.
Yeah.
Join us for shit fist next week.
Yeah, shit fest. That'd be
shit fest.
Shit fist. Shit fist. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Good.
But your foot, you don't know if your fucking pull fucking worked or not.
I don't know. I'm like I said, I haven't seen anybody in there, but we have had a lot of rain, so nobody's really out there. But like I said, I tried to go today and use my fob, and it didn't seem to work. But I may not have been doing it right too. That's another,
The fact that though that shit has been closed since what 2020.
2020, yeah,
3 fucking years. 20, 21, 22, and 20. Oh, so all 4
years. Yeah, it's almost been
4 years, and of course they didn't lower your damn.
Oh, they raised them.
They raised them, of course.
Yeah,
they raised them, and yet they didn't open that up for 4 years.
Yeah,
and that's such bullshit, man.
It's a little suspect. Well, and our HOA president's he's a real politician, man. He's just like, oh, well, you guys, we're gonna extend your pool season, and I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, we're gonna extend it into November. I'm like, who the fuck's gonna go to the pool in November? Gonna go ice fishing?
Well, if they have it hotter enough,
I doubt it. I mean, you could go sit in the hot tub. Maybe that would be okay.
They should have this shit open all year long. They used to have it open all year long.
Yeah, you could always go in there. There was never.
We used to always be able to go in that shit. Didn't matter what time of year because the hot tub was always warm.
Yeah.
Now we've got a season. They don't want to hire someone to clean the fucking thing out because they want to keep your money for the fucking politician dude that because they get paid for that shit. The fucking leaders probably.
Oh, I'm sure the president of the HOA or he
telling you could be a fucking HOA dude, man. HOA fucking gangster.
I plan to go to the next meeting for sure. And my buddy Anthony, he's a CPA, so he's like, I'm gonna be asking some pretty difficult questions because the last meeting he was really putting the guy on the chopping block. He was like, "Where's this money going? We're hearing about all these things that need repairs, but nothing's getting repaired.
Yeah,
Where's the money?"
They should have an actual budget that they should show you where the money always goes. So they don't need to show you that, just like because they're like committee. They think they're above you. School boards, like the school board things. You know how they have all these new.
That's classified information. You don't have access to that.
Yeah, you're just a parent. You need to know that.
Like, excuse me, my kid goes to this fucking school. Yes, I do need to know that.
Well, that's the new shit. Have you heard about these people that because they have these books now, like it's good to be gay and shit like that in elementary. Yeah, look it up.
Good to be gay, huh?
Well, just a bunch of different books that show like oral sex and stuff and talk about masturbation and gender stuff like that.
The kids?
Oh yeah. Ooh. And what's going on is the parents are bringing the books that are in the libraries to the board meetings, and they're reading them out loud. And the board people are like, oh well, this is inappropriate for this board meeting to read this out loud here.
It's in your fucking library for the kids to read.
Exactly. And this is, but that believe me, it's. Please AI take over, or aliens come down and just take.
That's what I'm saying. Just wipe some of these fuckers out, man.
Oh, but then they'll wipe everybody out. I don't want anybody to be wiped out. I just want people to take over, because they'll take over everybody. Because if they wipe out, Jimmy Job, they're gonna wipe out us too.
Oh, that's true. But man, it's just insane what's going on there. Now with these are books available to kids to be checked out.
Yeah, and it's like anything else though. It's like corporations and governments and school boards and all that shit.
I just remember.
They're all under DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. And it's not equality; it's diversity and equity.
Equity, you're equal.
Equity. No. Equity is not me. Equity means you get equal with everything. Like if there's $50, everybody gets $1 if there's 50 people. Equality is having the opportunity to do what you want, have an even playing field, but not having an even distribution. Equity is the outcome. So equality is the opportunity.
Yeah. Well,
so equality is, hey, you're starting at the beginning. You're all the same place. Go see what happens.
But in reality,
equity is you're all going to get the same thing in the end. But in reality, you're right. There's always someone getting more, and it's just people that are controlling.
Yeah, exactly. And it's never going to be equal. It's just that's how it is.
Yeah, that's how life is. Yeah.
But it's crazy, man. Fucking wow. Yeah. Right. Bad shit, crazy as you say.
Yeah. The world is fucking going ape shit. Things are going to change in the next couple of years though, because AI is, as humans do, artificial intelligence is not really being controlled, so everybody's just doing their own thing. So at some point, it's going to get more and more and more advanced, and I'm looking forward to it in terms of it being better for humanity, because there might be things that just allow you to do a bunch of different stuff, like you won't have to do all these menial fucking jobs anymore.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
healthcare will be actually like a lot better.
You'll
because-
get good health care, not
Yeah.
this, oh, what this doctor told you one thing, the other doctor
Another
says some other
told you
dumb shit.
another. Yeah, exactly. They'll know a certain, like they can scan you individually and have an individually tailored medical plan instead of just giving you, oh, it's 250 milligrams of this. This is what you're told to take. When you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, there's
But
like
also there's
everything.
the opposite. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say like everything. It's positives and negatives, just
Yeah.
like, same deal. Like
Yep.
like the internet. I mean, the internet's great. I love the internet, but there's some really fucked up things that happen with the internet. You know,
it's fucking up our minds completely. We don't know
Oh.
what's going on with our minds anymore. We're all fucking batshit crazy now.
Oh
We're
yeah.
all divided and batshit crazy. The only other option though with AI is that they'll destroy us. Like I've said for a long time. I've said this for I think decades now. We are at the point where we're either going to cross some line where we transcend and we actually grow exponentially as a species and break through a lot of this bullshit that we have to deal with, or we blow ourselves up and we make ourselves extinct.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to see. Wait and see.
Wait
To be
and
continued.
see. Absolutely, man.
Damn. Well, that's all I got, man.
Yeah, I don't have much more. I don't have really anything more. Just kind of just rolling along, man. Just be grateful. Like I said, you be grateful that we're still here. Unless your life is complete shit, then maybe you shouldn't be grateful. But I don't know. I think you should be all the time. I think you should just be. You don't know what's next. You don't know what's going on. So if you're having issues out there, and you just think it's not worth it, just think of the alternative. Is that you don't know what the alternative is.
Could be worse.
And it could be better, but it could be worse. And if you're at that point, just reach out to people, man. If you're really at that low point, just kind of, I guess one thing I've been hearing that I've been doing, kind of trying to do lately more, is just be grateful and think about all the things you should be grateful for, all the things you have, all the friends you have, like being grateful for Maxwell, being grateful for my friends here and where I live and the family that I have, that they're still right with me. And just being grateful every night or every morning, get up. And if you're having one of those mornings, say, hey, you know what do I got to be grateful for? Well, I've got a roof over my head. All my bills are paid. I'm in relatively good health or or whatever, anything that can really make you just go, you know what, there's a lot more to keep going for,
Oh yeah.
A lot of people are struggling with that. And we've seen it recently where just people just say, fuck it. And they just,
give up, well,
yeah.
And it's, it's all perspective too, man. You're right. You got to think about those things. Like you might go, oh, fuck, this is so bad. But then you look and go, well, at least I'm not like that dude sleeping in the tent across the street there,
exactly,
or
exactly.
whatever.
Or I'm not having my fucking leg amputated because of this, or at least not yet.
Yeah, somebody will find a reason like, oh, we're gonna cut this motherfucker. No, actually, it's doing really good, man. I mean, like I said, when I went in the pool yesterday, I'm like, okay, I think I'm all good now. Like, it's just a little scar tissue there. I can feel it. It's a little bump, but that's pretty much it. I think that's gonna be there for a while. Just kind of part of the scenario.
They were digging into that shit. But man, just keep rolling along, everybody out there in internet land. Keep on going. We'll be back. Whoa, what's going on?
Oh, one more thing real quick. I just wanted to, my mom has finally said she is going to abandon the crusade to try to get me to move.
Oh, wow.
Well, you know what happened? Her ace in the hole was she went and had dinner or had lunch with my dad. Mm-hmm. And she was hoping that my dad could convince me to move, And my dad's mindset is, hey, he's a grown adult, man. He can do what he fucking wants. If he likes it over there and is not having issues, then who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So, and my dad said eventually, if you do decide, you've been there for a while, if you want to sell it and move somewhere else, you can. But shouldn't be this crazy crusade. And so I knew that's because she told me I'm going to have lunch. This is a few months ago. She said, I'm going to be having lunch with your dad. And I knew where that was going. I'm like, oh, fuck. So, I talked about it with him later and he just said, yeah, well, and so when she figured out, she was like, she was pretty pissed off that he didn't support her in this, because she was like, well, I can't believe that you and your father are this naive. And don't you see how things are going and the world's getting worse? And I'm like, yeah, Mom, the world's getting worse every fucking where. Where you live right now, there's break-ins and home invasions and wild stuff.
There are.
So, yeah,
I guarantee it. Yep.
Probably more so than down here because everybody's broke.
Yep.
You're not gonna rob another dude in the fucking hood. They got as much as you do.
That must have been weird though. Just thinking about them having lunch, like like, whoa, because it's been so long.
It was strange.
Like,
it was strange.
Really? Whoa.
Well, when she said it, I kind of knew, and I kind of called my dad and tipped him off, and he starts laughing. He's like, you hit the nail on the head, son. Yep. And he goes, I really don't want to meet with her for anything, but they met and they talked and they had this whole conversation and whatever.
It was probably good for him. It was probably good for him.
Oh, it was, yeah, probably to air some other things out maybe that they needed.
Maybe, or just that thing's kind of like, maybe they needed to do that.
Yeah. So. But it was just funny because she did tell me the other day, she's like, okay, well, just so you know, since your father didn't support me in this, she was like, I am abandoning the trying to get you to move. And I'm like, thank God, man, you've only been doing that shit since 2004.
Yep.
So
20 years, man, and like it's gonna get worse. Yeah, it's gotten worse, but it hasn't gotten as worse as they thought it was.
Yeah, no kidding. And I'm still fine.
Yeah, you've got fucking.
And we've talked. I mean, I brought it up on here many a time.
Many times. So hopefully that's a good thing. See, that's something to be grateful for, right there. And on a positive note.
Yeah, exactly. So positive shit, man.
Yeah, something to be grateful for, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So this has been the as leaving it at a positive note. This has been the Nothing Sacred show for September 2023. It is the 4th of September 2023. I am Cruise Control,
and I'm Maxwell Silverhammer,
and that's the story there. Bitches!
We're getting better at that.
Hey. It took a long time.
We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred.
With Maxwell Silverhammer.
We are nothing sacred. With Cruise Control. We are nothing sacred.